All right, we are live. I am Nobody Geek. With me today is Darth Hester. And folks, this is very impromptu, very quick, very short notice. I made the worst mistake of getting up and getting on social media today. And what do I see? This thing about The Simpsons. Now they're saying they will only cast people according to the race of the character that's on there. Okay, I find this fucking hilarious right off the bat. Just because last time I saw
What?
The Simpsons 20 fucking years ago, I thought the primary ethnicity was a yellow person. I mean, I thought they were yellow. They look fucking yellow to me. This is so absurdly stupid that I cannot just not say something about it. So I'm going to point out how absurd this shit has gotten. Let's look at this. Breakfast at Tiffany's gets a warning label because of Mickey Rourke. Aliens gets a warning label because of Private Vasquez. Aladdin's getting one because what? They the male and the female and the genie were all voiced by white people. And now we're getting into a point where what was it? Somebody from another show, I guess on Nickelodeon, either left the show or quit the show because they were white voicing a black character on the show. Okay, if this is really the altar you're gonna freaking die on, we're really gonna have some serious problems here. Do you have any idea how bad you need to unfuck shit to even get to that level? Every Japanese animated movie I have ever watched that had dubbed over in English is now going to have to be redone by English-speaking people who are of Japanese descent. But see, that's not good enough. That's not going to be good enough. See, it's going to have to be Japanese actors from Japan because you can't have Japanese American actors voicing it. And we brought this up while we were talking online. Darth answered this. There's been 3 people who voiced Ash Ketchum. All 3 women. They all look pretty white to me. And then Ahsoka Tano was played by a white woman in Clone Wars and Rebels and is going to get portrayed live action by, I think, Rose Dawson, a black woman.
Okay. Rosario Dawson. Rosario Dawson,
Rosario
I believe.
Dawson. Yeah. So
I like Rosario Dawson. Okay. She's cool.
Oh, yeah. She's a decent actor. I have no issues with that. I can't say I'm surprised with that because a lot of times voice actors don't necessarily play the character they do in a live action shot. This is nothing new. So I want to throw out some things here too that stupid. Okay, we need to remove Uhura from Star Trek because she played a Swahili woman, even though she's not from Swahili. So that was cultural appropriation right there, folks. Right there. Also, got to get rid of William Shatner. William Shatner is a Canadian actor who was playing a captain from Iowa. No, you can't have that. It needs to be American, only American. So all the Canadian actors and all these actors from other areas, all you British actors who come over and put on an American accent to apply for a role, just stay home, folks. You're not welcome now because you're not of that specific race or gender.
They call it. I believe they call it acting for a reason.
Yeah,
you're playing a character.
Yeah, I thought it was called fiction for a reason. I mean, historical fiction, science fiction, romance fiction. It's called fucking fiction, folks. I mean,
and even does anybody remember Jenna Marbles?
I know you brought that up. Go ahead, bring it up.
Apparently, Jenna Marbles is leaving YouTube because of backlash for a skit she did making fun of Nicki Minaj. Apparently, she did some blackface and pretended to be Nicki Minaj.
Oh,
and Lord. Apparently, you can't do that. But if you're going to do that, why don't you just cancel SNL while you're at it?
Or let's go back and take all of In Living Color off the air.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, let's definitely not have SNL. I mean, we can't have Richard Pryor and Chevy Chase doing a skit together. I mean, that just, I mean, if you've never seen that skit, it's pretty freaking funny. But
It's
it,
hilarious, is
oh
what
yeah,
it
it's
is.
hilarious. You know what skit I'm talking about? Where
Just
he's getting
talking
hired as
about
a
it, just
janitor.
talking about it's giving,
And Richard Pryor's getting hired
just
as a
talking
janitor.
about it's giving me flashbacks.
Yeah, that is funny.
Heck, even my birds laughing if you can really hear it.
But you know, this whole thing now we're gonna go to this altar and say this. And oh, I was actually on Twitter when I saw this. What was it? STD sucks posted clips of the new Star Trek Lower Decks, and I made the comment. I said, "Are all the voice actors representing the race, gender, and color of the people they're voice acting?" Because I'm like, oh no, you want to play this game? I'll play the game. And I'm going to point out how absolutely stupid this game is. This is just beyond stupid.
How are you going to make aliens in a sci-fi universe now?
Oh, you can't. Oh, by the way, we can no longer have any movies with anamorphic pets. So no more Scooby-Doo. Can't have a Scooby-Doo because dogs don't talk. Homeward Bound, take that off the air. Cancel it. You're going to screw with kids' minds. Kids are actually going to think dogs really talk.
Jeez,
and then they're
how
get
far?
hurt and upset and abused, and they're going to need special therapy when they realize dogs don't talk because their parents didn't teach them that TV is fiction. Entertainment is fiction. I could do this.
I heartily agree with you. This is some first world BS is what it is.
Oh yeah, it is beyond bullshit. It is just ridiculous. Yeah, and they have constantly gone after us, and they go after us, and it's our fault because we're the toxic fans, especially white males like me. Yeah, I'm a white man. I am the worst critic, obviously. I shouldn't be allowed to talk. I shouldn't be allowed on a platform. I should be canceled.
Yeah.
I'm white and I should have no say so in the entertainment content that I watch or that I'm a part of. Even though I've been a part of geek culture since I was a child. I was introduced to geek culture by my grandmother of all people. So I'm 40 years old. I've been a fan of geek culture for a long time. Oh, by the way, we got to cancel all 80s movies that were ever done because of toxic masculinity, and they weren't real enough because the protagonist never ran out of ammo. So we got to make sure everything is now culturally proper. It's done by the same person of that race code. So every Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, I guess, has to go, where he's playing somebody who's not of Austrian descent.
Well, we know that because even the directors kind of poke fun and laugh at that the characters never run out of ammo.
Yeah, and that was always a joke. I made a comment. And I said I said 80s movies, when men were actually allowed to be macho and the ammo never ran out. Yeah, Hot Shots.
Yeah, that was a big trope.
Yeah, I remember when Hot Shots made fun of that.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Hot Shots made fun of that.
Yeah, there's that scene where he just grabs a bunch of ammo and throws it at them, and they all fall down. I'm just like, oh man, comedy can't even be comedy anymore. Comedy now has to be put through the lens of a filter, and everything has to be pre-scrubbed, pre-screened, pre-approved before you can now make a joke. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm of the school of Sam Kinison, Richard Pryor.
Don't forget George Carlin. Don't forget George Carlin.
George Carlin, that's whose name I was thinking of. Dennis Leary. Sam Kinison, if I didn't mention his name. And you know what they all did? You know what they all had in common? Jeff Foxworthy's another one. You know what I love? Especially, let's say Jeff Foxworthy. Okay, is this guy allowed to now make redneck jokes?
I like Eddie Murphy.
Huh?
I like Eddie Murphy.
Oh, Eddie
myself.
Murphy. Oh yeah, Eddie Murphy too.
His stand up and Robin Williams. What about Robin Williams'
Oh,
stand up?
Robin
Oh my
Williams. Yeah,
gosh.
exactly. But
That man
nowadays
was
they're saying,
hilarious.
yeah. Oh, the guy from Full House.
Bob Saget.
Bob
Bob
Saget. Yeah.
Saget is, he's a foul mouth perfect.
I
Woo!
saw him in Half Baked where he's like, man, I was sucking dick for coke. You ever suck dick for weed? No, it's true, man. I've seen him do it. He's like, get the fuck out. And that was a Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is another one. Dave Chappelle is one of the, in my opinion, one of the last bastions of comedy left that actually stands for principles and what he believes in. There's still many comedians out there who do, but he still makes fun of everybody.
What about Adam Sandler?
Adam Sandler, well, he's funny, but I've only seen maybe one or two of his stand-ups in my life. But, I mean, they still make fun of it. Oh, Adam Sandler. Is he allowed to make Jewish comments just because he's Jewish? Or is that going to be anti-Semitic now? Because he makes Jewish jokes. I mean, some of the greatest jokes I've ever heard have been jokes poked at me and how I am. Redneck jokes, white trash jokes, lower middle class jokes. Yeah. Especially, that's why Jeff Foxworthy is so funny. Like, did you ever hear the one about where he did Your First Singles Apartment? And when he brought up, yeah. And
no, I haven't.
He brought up your first, he goes, our first single apartment. That was the closest most of us ever got to being homeless. He starts talking about, you got the milk crate, the rusted out hibachi grill, the shag carpet, the spool. Man, when he said the spool, I about had to pause it and just started rolling laughing because I had a spool. I also had the milk crates.
I've had a spool. I have a couple milk crates sitting around.
And I love, and then he points out the $9,000 stereo system. We may be going hungry, but we got music. I'm like, yeah, that's about it. If you were a man, your focus.
That's about right.
Chair, I'll sit on the
floor. That sounds like single living to a T.
Oh yeah. So that's what I think. It's like, do I want a 30-inch TV or do I want a chair? I can sit on the floor. I'll just go get a beanbag or something. This is why that
beanbags are. I don't know about that. Beanbags are comfortable.
Oh, I've fallen asleep on one.
I used to live by beanbags. Oh,
yeah. But where are you going to stop with this cancel culture? Where are you going to stop with the ethnicity stuff here? I mean. It's so over the top and ridiculous now, and I knew it was going here. I did not know they were going to go after voice actors, because that one threw me for a loop. I'm like, well, that means Mark Hamill shouldn't be the Joker because he's not obviously an insane clown. Maybe we get the lead singer from ICP now. Insane Clown Posse. We'll let
Terror
that
guy strong. Might as well cancel Tara Strong because she voiced, what was it? Tommy and Dill Pickles or something?
Oh, yeah, we got to take all
She's
those.
She's not sexually appropriated.
Oh, God, don't even get me started. I'm so sick of hearing this cultural appropriation like it's a bad thing. Cultural appropriation is actually a good thing. And I don't care what anybody says. It is a good thing. Okay? I am not going to limit what I cook. Like, I'm going to give you an example. I'm not going to limit what I learn how to cook just because I'm a white American. I'm going to learn how to make my own Chinese food. I'll learn how to make my own Japanese food. I'll learn how to do my own seafood, even though I'm not a fisherman. I'm not going to limit my experiences in learning things based on a single narrow view what somebody tells me is appropriate for my skin tone or my race or my nationality. Yeah, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck you in the ass with the sandpaper.
It's like telling you. It's like telling you you can't be educated.
I don't know. Some of these people, I think, go to college. I'm going to take a quote from Ben Shapiro here. Some of these people must go to college to get this stupid.
This sounds like some college BS. Really,
Yeah.
it sounds like some. It
So
just sounds like totally like somebody straight out of college comes out and just throws some stuff into the air and it catches fire.
yeah, I look. Hollywood has lost all integrity. They lost it a long time ago. They never really had it. They just hit it real well. Now you've got the Me Too culture. Okay, fine. Hey, I totally understand the abuse of power that probably happened in Hollywood. But let's be honest, and you can, and we all know this, they all knew what was going on. They just didn't want to get out of the clique. They wanted to get invited to the parties. They still want to do that. That is honestly why I don't trust Rotten Tomatoes or any mainstream reviewer of a movie or something. They've got something they want from it. They want to be a part of the game. They want to go to the red carpets. They want to, so they'll be nice about it. Whereas people like you and me, fuck it, I'm not going to be on no red carpet anytime soon. I'm going to say exactly what I think. I don't got to be PC for no fucking body. If I lose all my subscribers on
We're not
YouTube,
gonna
if I lose all my subscribers on
we're
YouTube,
not
the 5 people who show up, I will. The 5 subscribers I may still have left, I'm still going to do this for them.
same with mine. I'm just gonna keep on plugging until it's over. Till they just shut down YouTube, probably.
Yeah, possibly. So I don't understand. This is the dumbest thing I've heard. It comes down, especially animation. Animation is one of the greatest visuals and diversity of visuals and acting you're probably going to get because because it used to be you didn't have to worry about the gender of the person, the age of the person, the sex of the person, the color of their skin. None of that shit mattered. They would, like, for example, let's take Japanimation movies because there was a real big Fist of the North Star, Akira, Ghost in the Shell, great movies. So what are we going to do? We're going to have to mute them all. They're going to either have to be all just translated in Japanese to English because unless we can get actual Japanese nationals to voice act those. Okay, well, here's something people need to also understand about culture and language. It doesn't always translate properly. Spanish does not translate perfectly to English. Things are actually, if you try to directly translate something verbatim from Spanish to English, it may not make a lot of sense because they put words in different places. I'll give you an example. We say blue shirt. They will say camiseta azul. Shirt, blue. Blue comes afterwards. The color comes after it. Now, as far as Japanese, Chinese, I don't know. As far as I understood, isn't there? I understood. I think when was it Revenge of the Sith came out, I guess Chinese doesn't actually have a word for no or an English translation for the word no. So when I bring that up, I bring that up as a point of when things are translated over. Oh, by the way, we got to cancel all. We got to cancel all the old Voltron. Because when they got it, they didn't even know how to work. They didn't know anything about it. They actually made their own stories up based on the plot of the content they had. So it's not even directly the same plot that was in the actual show. Case in point, in the actual Japanese version, Sven is actually killed off, and the actor who comes back later is Sven's brother. Whereas in the American version, it's actually still Sven, just later down the road. Turns out he didn't die. So what's left to cancel? What's left to say, oh, we're going to... Okay, this is where you run into a problem. If you have diversity of talent, you will get diversity of culture, people, character. But if you build your business completely around the color of someone, then you're not going to necessarily get diversity of talent. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. But I'm going to track all the way back to your Simpsons argument.
Let's go.
Everybody's yellow. Does that mean we gotta have to cast all people of Asian descent now?
I don't know. Are we even allowed to say they have a yellow complexion, or is that racist? I don't know anymore. I can't find out. I don't even know what's racist.
I don't know if it's racist. Yeah, how could you even tell what's racist anymore if they're gonna try to pull this? How could we even shed light on this and not remotely, even slightly sound racist? It's just weird.
And okay, so let's
it's
look
like
at
just cancel everything, like you said. Just cancel everything.
Okay. And I'm a little confused here.
We're canceled.
Simpsons
we shouldn't even be doing this show
for 2 decades. Simpsons has been on for 2 fucking decades. They're like, oh, we're gonna get rid of Abu because that's a stereotype. Okay, I'm gonna make something very fucking clear about that stereotype, about the Quickie Mart stereotype. When I lived in California, I lived there for 7 years. We had a very high Hispanic population and a very high Punjabi population where I lived. Most of the gas stations were run by people of Punjabi heritage. They were either first generation or they were immigrants from that area. Now, understand this. They own those fucking businesses. Those were franchises. When you see a 7-Eleven out there, folks, or you see a McDonald's or a Pizza Hut or any of this shit, an AMC theater, or you go to a hotel or something, there might be a plaque there. There's generally going to be a plaque that'll tell you this is a franchise of somebody else. They are paying a license to a company to agree to their terms because they're thinking, okay, do I open Joe's hamburger shop or do I open a McDonald's? Well, McDonald's is probably going to get better traction. Maybe. Mom and pop shops are great. Hey, there's nothing wrong with it. But most of the time, it's a franchise. They're not actually corporate owned. You'll find that little plaque. All you got to do is look for it. It's going to be there. So it's not even necessary that McDonald's is even owned by McDonald's Incorporated. It's just a franchise owned by somebody else who, for all you know, owns a KFC, an Arby's, a Taco Bell, maybe 2 or 3 other fucking things in different areas. Those are actually small businesses, people, if you don't realize that. Sorry, I know I went off my rant there, but I'm kind of pointing out some stuff. Whenever I see things like I saw today, they went into a fucking Target. Some idiots went into a Target and started protesting or something. I'm like, fuck, man, I'm glad they didn't do that at the Target I was at the other day with my kids. I was like, I mean, like, that would have been the worst thing. Drive a fucking hour, because the nearest Target for me is an hour plus away. So when I go, and I haven't been to a Target since before COVID hit. So we went, drove an hour plus, didn't realize we needed to wear masks. We didn't flip out. We just asked them, hey, do you have masks available? Yes, they had them right off to the side. So grabbed a couple of masks, put them on. We're going to pay for them. We still paid for them later, but we put them on at the time. Went about our shopping. I like the shirts there because that's where I get all my T-shirts from is Target. I'm wearing a classic old school 1960s Spider-Man looking shirt. Great old Spider-Man. And, I drop a shit ton of money when I go to Target. I drop a shit ton of money. It's an event. It's an experience. So, man, if I'd had to deal with that shit, I probably would have got arrested because somebody would have probably harassed me or my kids, and I would have probably knocked the shit out of them. Or I'd have pulled my concealed carry out if I thought anybody was in danger. Thankfully, I didn't have to do that. Thankfully, that shit didn't happen here. Because, I don't know, maybe here in the South, we're a little more civil than some of these other areas. But yeah, I mean, this cancel culture shit is ridiculous. Okay, they want to cancel Jimmy Kimmel for shit he did. Okay, Jimmy Kimmel sucks. He's not very funny to begin with. And I don't watch a show. Okay, I don't have cable. I'm a cord cutter. I haven't had satellite in about 7-8 years. So I don't.
He has his moment.
Well, they're too stuck in their they're all stuck in their Trump derangement syndrome right now. That's all they got. They're not even funny. They're spewing. I actually like what I heard yesterday. I am going to say this, and I don't know, and I don't really care how it sounds. We don't have this was actually perfectly said, I think. We don't have a right privilege problem in this country. We have an anger privilege problem in this country. As long as you're angry at the right thing, you can get away with whatever you want. You can deface stuff. You can demand cancellation of things. You can attack your own people who have been supporting you. And that's the funny thing. That's what actually I'm loving about this. I'm loving watching Hollywood eat their own. Part of me is actually enjoying watching them cow down and actually look like little lambs to slaughter, eating their own people along the way. They are literally cannibalizing themselves. And it's not like their shit is that good to begin with. I mean, let's be honest. I don't know about you, but I'm going to be straight up here when I say this. I actually don't have a big desire to go back to the movie theater. I actually quite enjoyed it. I watched My Spy yesterday with my family. Good movie. Dave Bautista actually did a real nice job. I thought the movie was quite fun, family. And to be honest, I just enjoyed the fact that I could pull it up off of Amazon Prime, watch it with my family, have a beer, and chill. There was only 2 movies this year.
That sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, there was actually only 2 movies.
It's not like I could smoke in a movie theater.
Oh, well, I vape in the theater, but I always sit at the top and make sure I'm out of everybody's way. Because I'll take my little vape and I'll hit that thing up during the 2-hour movie. But yeah, I couldn't smoke in a theater. Well, I think at one time I could. I think I was in one theater where you were allowed to smoke way back in the day. Early 90s. I think we were still allowed to get away with that. There were still smoking sections. Or late 90s, early 2000s.
That's nice.
I remember when I walked into a place and they said smoking on. I'm like,
yeah, they've done away with that in the theaters years ago.
I was like, I went to a place one time. I think I went into a Waffle House. They asked me if I wanted smoking or not. I hadn't heard that in a long time. I was like, I want the smoking section. Give me my fucking ashtray. I quit smoking a long time ago. I vape now, but still, I enjoyed having that option. But yeah, they canceled that. Everybody who smokes in a movie now is a bad guy. Or I think that was always the trade. What was it? What was it, the trade? It was either if you were a bad guy, you had to have an eye patch, a mustache, and smoke. Especially if it was the evil twin.
Something like that.
It was like if it was the evil twin, they had
that
to have
sounds pretty familiar.
And smoke. I guess we need to go back and cancel. Oh, let's cancel Patty Duke. Let's go back and get rid of Patty Duke because she played 2 characters. They weren't played by 2 different people. Or I got one for you. Let's go after Orphan Black because the British actor who played in it played like 6, 7 different people. And one time she played a transgender person. She's obviously not transgender, so I don't think she should have been allowed to do that. They should have had somebody else.
Again, you might as well go. You might as well go for Eddie Murphy again. Because he in Nutty Professor he played 7 different characters just at one table.
Oh, he played an overweight guy too. Remember, he played an overweight guy. Oh, let's go after what's his name? The guy who did Big Mama's House.
Martin Lawrence. Lawrence.
Yeah, we got to take Martin Lawrence out because he was cross-dressing. Don't let your kids watch Mrs. Doubtfire, folks, because Robin Williams was not a transgender.
Yo. That hip hop, bebop, granny dance till you drop, yo, make a wicked cup of cocoa.
Oh, he was rapping too. Yeah, we can't have that because he was a white guy rapping. Yeah, you see, this is.
Oh yes, we can't have that. White guy rapping that. White guy rapping bad. White guy rapping bad. We can't do that. Cancel him immediately. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah. This is why I'm going. This is why I put this up. We are nitpicking stupid shit. And we're making fun of it because this is how stupid it is. This is how stupid
it is. Stupid. It is absolutely asinine.
Hey. Oh, we got to get rid of the Expanse. Because obviously none of the
Why do we got...
Bobby is not obviously Bobby, one of my favorite characters, is obviously not from Mars. So
Okay,
all
that's
the
totally
free-play
asinine.
Martians have to be canceled. All the belters have to be canceled because they're obviously, we don't really have actors who live on the belt that don't really have those weaknesses and stuff. So yeah, we got to cancel that because we don't, they're not being represented by their own people. Wait a minute, there are no people from Mars. There are no people from the belt. That's why it's called fiction. We don't have dwarves, elves, and dragons. That's in real life. That's why they're fucking made. We don't really have hobbits, for God's sakes. But yet we had people
We
acting.
do, but we don't call them that.
We don't have a guy. This is how stupid this shit is. This is how bad it's gotten. People are so focused on, and this is why I said we have a hate privilege in this country now. I think it's becoming I think it's a global thing. Just hate the right thing. Just hate the right thing at the right time for everybody, and you can get away with anything, it seems. Okay, I hate Star Trek Discovery. I absolutely hated Picard. I hated what they've done to what they did to the legacy of some of our childhood heroes: Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Leia, Picard, 7 of 9, Troy and Riker.
I can't even watch Star Wars, even the OG trilogy, anymore because I burst into tears every time Carrie Fisher's on the screen.
Yeah, I mean, we've had strong female characters throughout our entire life. Oh, by the way, Princess Leia, Carrie Fisher was what? American. She's playing an Alderaan alien, adopted Alderaan because she was born on oh god, what was the name of that place anyway? Yeah, where they were born. They were born on like an asteroid or something. Luke wasn't really from Tatooine, so why is he playing Mark Hamill wasn't really a farmer, he wasn't really a Jedi.
Wasn't she born on Naboo?
No, they were born on. No, they had left Naboo because she was on Mustafar at the end of Revenge of the Sith, and then they were on a space station, an asteroid station, I think, and that's where they were born. Pretty sure that was the case because they left Mustafar and went there. But again, this is how absurd this stuff is. Are we going to go after James Bond now? Because not every James Bond actor was an actual British UK person. I think there was an Irishman, an Australian, a Welsh.
Yeah, that.
I think it's been played by the entire gambit of the entire British. I think there's been a Scottish. I mean, you had a Scottish, you had a British, you had a Welsh, you had an Irish. Yeah. I think one of them was even Australian. Now, don't quote me.
Yeah, you've had practically had everybody on that side of the world playing James Bond. Almost.
Are we going to cancel Die Hard because the characters in there were being not actually being portrayed? Because Hans Gruber was being portrayed by a British actor playing a German. Yes, this is how stupid cancel culture is, folks. Yes, I am purposely thinking of every absurd fucking thing I can say to cancel things because I want to point out how stupid this shit is. Oh Lord!
Let's cancel Sesame Street because nobody's green or yellow or orange.
Oh, wait till they come out. What's next? They're going to go after the puppeteer industry.
Why not?
I guess Frank Oz shouldn't be voicing Yoda.
They're going after anybody that has remotely an imagination. Have you noticed that? They don't want people to imagine things. They don't want people to have ideas of fantasy.
This is one of the reasons why I love books. This is one of the reasons I love reading. I don't have anybody PCing me or telling me what to think. I read about the characters and they come to life in my mind and my imagination gets to go. Now, when you take a book and you turn it into a movie, yes, I understand creative licensing and things are going to change because a 500-page book is not necessarily going to translate into a 2-hour movie. So I understand that. I'm fine with that. But I have examples. Like I'll say Ready Player One, one of the best books I've ever read. if I had never read the book before I saw the movie, I would absolutely love the movie. And I do enjoy the movie. But there's so much that was left out that was in the book that just had my imagination going crazy. And being a child of the 80s and 90s, all the pop culture references were the shit. I mean, it was like a geek out session.
Wasn't Ready Player One just an endless nostalgic trip of MacGuffins?
I don't know about MacGuffins, but I would say Easter eggs. A lot of Easter eggs. Yeah, some MacGuffins, but it was a fun book. And the movie was fun.
I heard a friend of mine a couple days ago call Ready Player One MacGuffin World.
I could see that. I could definitely see. Oh, my daughter's here.
And I laughed at it because I'm like, man,
this is my
that's
daughter.
so great. There's so many MacGuffins.
First thing I hear when I come on is this is ungodly stupid. Yeah, sweetheart, that is.
Yes, it is, and that's why we're making light of it, because it's just so.
Oh, I agree. Don't come for Baby Yoda. Don't come for Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda. No. Oh no.
I'm just gonna leave that up there for now. Oh yeah, don't come after. And okay, I understand. Like we'll talk about Mandalorian. This is one of the reasons I actually stopped listening to certain channels, because I felt like they were just looking for things to bitch about. I actually thought The Mandalorian overall was very well done. Very well done. I think for its pacing,
I liked the first season.
I did too.
I liked the first season of Mandalorian. It was very well done. I think, at least I think it was. I mean,
well, I mean,
who are we though? We're nobody geek, and I'm just some dude.
Yeah, I cannot figure this out. This is how absurdly stupid it is. I mean, I actually, when we criticize something, we criticize it based on either music, the characters, the storyline. I'll give you a perfect example. I watched The Equalizer 1 and 2 the other night. Really, really, really loved the first movie. Second one was good, not great, but good. And there is a scene in there where I even said this on Twitter. I said, there's a scene in there at the very end. I started crying like a baby. I literally got teary-eyed at the end of it. And I said, that made the whole movie worth it right there for me. It was okay. Wasn't that great, but there was one scene at the end that had me tearing up. And I was like, okay, that made the whole movie right there. That sold the whole movie right there for me.
Hashtag cancel Darth Haster because I don't have tentacles.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, I got better now, buddy. Hey, wait a minute. We're going to have to cancel all video games and all options. You're going to have to put your thumbprint and take a genetic scan, and the character you get to play is going to have to look like you. So if you're like me and you're a little overweight and you got, you're not a six-pack abs kind of guy. Sorry, now I got to look like me. If you're a fat person, you got to look like a fat person. If you're a skinny person, you got to look like a skinny person. We can't have options. You can't be a white person and play a female character on a video game. You can't be of a different culture or ethnicity. You can only be you. You can't go in to a game now and pretend you're somebody else. You're going to have to play your own skill set.
But I don't
play the game that way. Tell me they won't.
I don't play a video game. Who wants to be them when they play a video game?
Oh, I don't. I don't want to be me. There's a reason why there's a reason. You know what? When I play Metal Gear, I want to play Snake. I want to be Snake. When I play Spider-Man, I want to be Spider-Man. When I play The Witcher, I want to be The Witcher. Which I fucking love that game. I'm glad the ethics department didn't get into Witcher 3 because, oh my God, some of the scenes in there are pretty good. Pretty graphic section.
And that's what I love about CD Projekt Red. They don't cater to this BS. This abhorrent abomination of cancel culture that we have so lightly made light of and made fun of, just sitting here talking to you guys in the pneumatic tubes of the U.
Yeah, I'm sure we're all going to get canceled. Somebody's going to go back and find, I don't know, somebody somewhere along the line is going to go find a picture of me when I was a kid. Probably say I was doing something inappropriate. Oh wait, you can't, because thankfully back in our day, we didn't have cell phones and videotape. When I was a child, when we did stupid shit, we didn't record it. We didn't want people to know. We didn't tell everyone what we did when we were acting stupid.
I think if you look really, really hard enough, you may actually find me trying to put on some skeleton face paint, and all I have is the black on.
Oh, you should have had my daughter do it. The one who did her thing here. She did an entire front. I'll have to find the picture and show it to you. She did the entire front part of her face in a skull setup and did it all by herself in a mirror, and it was freaking amazing looking. I got to find the picture. It's one of the best pictures I've ever had of my daughter doing her cosmetic makeup. And my daughter's very good at makeup, and that's probably why she's a hair.
Yeah, you're gonna have to hit me up with that on the DMs or something.
Yeah, I'll look for it because it's a really good picture. It really was done well. But yeah,
I do like makeup and stuff like that because, well, cosmetics and hair. I started to be a beautician.
Oh, that's what well, my daughter's a stylist. I don't know if that's the same as a beautician, but that's what she does.
It's kind of why I get along real well with Sammy Joe.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm sure Rise of the Valkyries will get canceled too for something they say eventually. They'll say they're too redheaded or something. Too much redheaded, too much ginger. I don't know.
Too much.
Too much Southern accent by Sammy Joe. Or too British accent by Purple Lady. I don't know. This is yes. This is how my budget. This is how absurd cancer culture has gotten, and that's why I'm throwing shit out there. The stupid stuff. If I played, it's like what is it? When I play if I play a Star Trek game, I want to play a Star Trek game. I want to be the captain of a ship. I want to shoot the weapons and stuff. I want to do the sensors. It's called fiction and it's called entertainment. Entertainment is supposed to be an escape from reality. We go to concerts.
Cancel culture.
Yeah.
They say H.P. Lovecraft was such a bad man because of all his ideas and stuff. Cancel culture has turned into H.P. Lovecraft. Prove me wrong.
No. Not. This is just how bad it's gotten. Just how bad it's gotten. And we have spent the last 40 minutes just poking fun at it because it needs to be poked fun at. It needs to be. We're going to wind down real quick. I don't want to keep this too long. But, hey, Darth Haster, thanks for coming, man. Like I said, this is just a quick impromptu. I just had to get this one out because I got to make fun of this stuff. This is so stupid.
It's too good not to touch. It was too juicy.
I can poke holes in every bullshit they have. And, there's a reason why I always love it when people joke about my name, Nobody Geek. There's a reason I picked that name. And if you don't understand the reference, I'm going to tell you it's pretty simple. Go read the Iliad and the Odyssey. Pretty sure it's in there. Pretty sure you can find out if you read the Odyssey. You'll get what I'm talking about. I picked it for a very specific reason. You're not, I
haven't read that for a long time.
I read them back in high school. What was it? Greek culture was a big thing.
I think that was almost. I think that was required reading back then.
No, unfortunately, all our required reading books sucked, except for To Kill a Mockingbird
and Canterbury Tales.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, this is why I had to do this. This is just too easy. This is the low-hanging fruit. And this is so stupidly done. You're canceling everything. If you cancel everything, okay, we're going to get to a point, it's going to happen. You're going to start having independent outlets, independent media, independent stuff. People are going to be like, fuck you, fuck your culture, fuck your PC bullshit, your SJW crap, and your attitude.
We already
We're
have
not going to
that.
make good content.
We already have it. It's here.
Yeah, it is here. And that's the
all
great
the
thing
independent outlets. All the independent outlets are here on YouTube.
Yeah, and we're going to call these people out, and we're going to call how stupid it is. We're not going to back down. We're not going to walk away. I'm going to back.
Kowtow either.
I'm going to back Stone Loki. I'm going to back, Rise of the Valkyries, Bird of Prey 5. By the way, did you see Bird of Prey? He's now Uncle Bird of Prey.
Yes, he's Uncle of Prey now.
Uncle of Prey, yes. Love that guy. Anti-Trekker, all these guys. I got into this smaller community because I really started liking the content they were doing. And I saw some of the bigger YouTubers that I used to follow. I think they are becoming victims of their own success. And they are some of them started to, I think, become what they've been fighting against. There's that saying in The Dark Knight, either die the hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. I think it's actually a really good line. But,
that is a good line.
And I was thinking about this. This is where I was going. I was thinking about First Contact. And I love the scene with Jean-Luc Picard where he's like, they've assimilated. We've made far too many compromises. And I'm thinking this is the way it's been. We made too many compromises. We've tried to we've been pushed on the line and we're called everything under the sun. Yeah. We got to a point some years ago. We all got to a point where we said, no more. The line is here. Now, we are not going to stand for what you're doing. I don't support cancel culture. I'll tell you this. This is how I support cancel culture. I just don't watch the shit I don't want to watch. I don't buy the products I don't want to buy. I don't read books I don't want to read. I don't tell other people what they should or should not read. I don't tell people how to cast something. Now, I will say if I do think somebody was miscast, yeah, I'm going to point out I think it was a miscast. I'm allowed to be.
I suggest books.
Huh?
I suggest books. I suggest movies. I don't tell anybody.
Yeah, I don't tell people. If you like something I don't like, hey, great. Sit down, we'll have a cup of coffee, you can tell me why you like it. I'll tell you why I don't like it. And we can walk away being civil as all hell afterwards, shaking hands and calling it a day. You know why? Because we're regular people. We have regular lives. We have regular jobs. Most of us are doing this for fun. Most of us are doing this for fun. I know people do this to get paid, and they do this for a living. And if you can make money doing this, more power to you. I'm totally great with that. That's awesome. But whether I got 5 subscribers or 5,000 subscribers or whatever the case may be, I'm still going to talk about the content I want to talk about. I'm going to talk about the content the people who come on my panels want to talk about. And I'm going to talk about content that may not be popular. And when shit like this is going on, yeah, I'm going to go out and I'm going to say it. I'm going to call you for the bullshit you're spewing. And I'm not just going to do it in some stupid little way. That's why I did this absurd cancel culture, everything going on, because, while we were poking fun at it, because it needs to be poked fun at. We have to make fun of this. We have to go after them and show and just make light of it. Maybe someone comes down and sees we're making fun of it and we're making jokes and we're making lighthearted humor about it and how absurd it is. Maybe that'll help someone think a little differently. Because let's be honest, humor really is some of the best medicine. And
humor and laughter is the best medicine.
Oh yeah, that for me and some hard rock headbanging at a rock concert. That makes me feel good all the time.
Yes.
I was supposed to go see Metallica
I can
this
agree
year.
There.
Well, yeah, I was supposed to see Metallica this year, but unfortunately COVID hit. So anyway, this was quick. 47 minutes in, man. Darth Haster, thanks for coming by. Do me a favor, plug your channel, buddy. Well, plug where people can find you.
Well, I don't have access to that. You're probably going to have to do that for me. Darth Haster. I play video games and sometimes spot on here on other people's channels for pop culture, nerd culture, and all around craziness.
Yeah. So you might have noticed. Darth Haster. I did change the name of the channel. I decided that we were doing real well, having a lot of fun talking Star Trek, and we're going to continue to talk Star Trek stuff. But I kind of want to open it up now to things like this, more broader geek culture stuff. And hey, man, I think this is your second or third time being a guest on my show, man. I love having you. It was great to see you again. Thanks for stopping by. I know this was a short notice on a Sunday.
That's fine. I go where the opportunity is.
Well, thank you very much. Are you doing any gaming? Do you game stream?
Yeah, I'm actually going through Bloodborne right now, PlayStation 4 exclusive.
Are you? And we lost him. Okay, that's fine. We were wrapping up anyway. Thank you, Darth Haster, for being here. Thank you to everyone who came. To my daughter, Trisha, I love you. It was very nice to see you. Have a good one, everyone. And yeah. Hey, there you go, Darth Haster. Yeah, I'm just wrapping up real quick. But yeah, folks.
I didn't touch anything.
Yeah, I didn't either. It just
no, seriously. I didn't touch anything. It just popped me out.
Ah, that's crazy. All right, but yeah, like I said, we gotta make fun of this stuff. Maybe YouTube didn't like what we were saying. I could see this getting taken down. See what I'm saying? I copied.
Yeah, they said, "Fuck you, buddy."
Copyright strike for something I said, even though we had no content up here. It was just you and me talking. Wait
yeah.
Yeah, let's wait and see.
The content is us BSing with each other about how stupid cancel culture is.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, hey man, thanks. I think we definitely this needs to go out. We need to let people understand how stupid this is and how easily it can be just torn apart if you just take the time to really think about it. And once you get down into it and you start scraping that barrel, scraping it, eventually you're going to scrape that barrel and you're going to put a hole in it. And everything's just going to come out at the end. And then now the bucket's going to be useless. So just keep digging yourself into this grave cancel culture. Guys like me, Darth Haster, and people like us, we're going to be here and we're going to call you out for how stupid you are. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Darth Haster, have a good one. And we are done.
Stay Eldrick, everyone.